doing that little bit of explanation, and so now we got to get started. Oh no, you're good. You're good. Ooh. Okay. Actually need to flip this. There you go. Last time it was backwards, and I didn't mean to leave it backwards. All right. So halito, hachimachukma, amachukma, yakoki hash has panaklotuk. Okay. Let me put my hair up real quick. It's gonna get in the way. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. You know what she said? Chimpashiat falaya. So your hair is long. Uh huh. Sapashiat falaya. I gotta remember to put yeah at the end because. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So the past few 2 weeks, I've been trying to give the folks on YouTube question words, but for some reason, I can't. I having issues every time. So we're gonna go over it one more time, but like we're gonna go at a better pace today. Uh, so how do we say what in Choctaw? Nata, chukma, chukma. What about where? Katimma or katumma? Uh-huh. Yeah, katimma. And say, okay, so what about how many? Or how much? Katohmi, yeah. Katohmi, yeah. Remember to really emphasize that H. Katohmi. It's like toh, toh, katohmi, katohmi. Okay? So that's how much or how many. What about when? No, it's almost like that. So it's almost like what you said, but we're missing something. It refers to the future. I don't know if you guys remember that. So this refers to the future. KMA, KMA. So you would say katimikma, katimikma. When did you go, or when are you going to go to the store? When are you going to go to Tashkahoma? When are you going to go to World Series? Katimikma ishiachi. Katimikma hashitiachachi. Katimikma hashitkulachi. So you can say all of those. Katimikma. When? Alito. Okay, let's see. What else? What else? Mm, who? Yeah, there you go. How do you say who? Kata, kata, yeah. Kata, who? So kata hosh taloa, who is singing? Kata hosh palaska alwasha kanchi, who is selling fry bread? Kata hosh kolasuchi, who's writing? Kata hosh anompule, who is speaking? So cut the horse cheeseburger, apa. Hey. It's looking good right now. I haven't ate dinner yet, so it's making me hungry. Hey. So yeah. You guys you know what I said right there? I mean, it's kind of obvious what I said, but do you know how I said that? Like who is eating a cheeseburger? So how would you ask that? I just said it, but If you guys remember, they close, but I said kata hosh. Yeah, hosh. Remember that? Because that means this person, whoever it is doing the action. So kata hosh. Then I said cheeseburger. I'm not gonna write it all out. That's too long. And I didn't say impa. Why? What's the role of using impa? There you go. Yeah, I said uppa because cheeseburger is what she's eating. But if I just take this out and said katahosh impa, which that could work in this scenario too, like katahosh impa. Of course, we know who is eating. It's general. We don't know what she's eating. I didn't state what she was eating, so you would use a general word for eat and say katahosh impa, katahosh impa. But since we put an item in there, then you got to use apa. Katahosh cheeseburger apa. Who is eating a cheeseburger? Who is eating a cheeseburger? So try to remember apa is used when you name your item that you're eating. Okay? So that's a good example right there. Does that make sense? No, no, no. Because Porsche is just another subject marker. So if you have like, I'm gonna erase these real quick. If you had all the subject markers, which I'm not gonna do all of them, but the ones that we kind of went over, yat, ut, and you got yamut, mut, and you got ilaput, oop, PPP. So those are our main ones, right? Our main subject markers. So ut yet can stand for like the or a, like an apple, a dog, the man, the woman, or whatever. It could be used like that. But then you also have yamut, mut. Then you have ilaput, put, which yamut and mut, it just means that or those. And then ilaput, put, this or these. But then you also have another set just like this, so it's in the same realm as this. You got hosh, which acts as like yet and ut, but it's used in the same way, but it's just a different word. I can't really tell you why it changes the subject marker, but it does. Because realistically, you could say kata yet cheeseburger appa, and I guess technically that would be correct, but you don't hear a whole lot of people say that. You hear people say kata hosh, and then even if you want to contract that down a little bit more, a lot of people instead of saying kata hosh, they'll say katash, katash. But I don't really say that. I know Mississippi people say that. It's not wrong. You can say that if you want to. I know some people at the language department they say it like that too. But I don't know. I like sticking to the longer way. So I say kata hosh, kata hosh. There's some things that I do contract, but there's a lot of things that I don't. And so, like, I will tell you that I do contract some things. Like when we say aki, I'm not saying contraction is bad. It's just, whenever you get to a certain point in your speaking, you'll just naturally contract things down, especially with the people that you're around. And I've noticed I've done that with them. Like when I went to Mississippi one time, I was trying to talk with some of them, and then I started contracting down some of the words that they say. But then when I came back, I just elongated it again. But this word right here, akikano, akikano. Does anybody know what that means? Of course, I think y'all do. Y'all know what akikano means? You can say this right now. Akikano. I don't know. So that's what it means. Akikano. I don't know. But I find myself a lot of times when I contract it down, I say akano, akano. So sometimes I'll say it like that. So I'm not saying contraction is bad because I do it sometimes too. It's just the more you when I teach, I want to teach the long way. Because if I teach you the long way first and you get that down, you say cut the horse, or akikano, akikano. When you hear other people speak, or when you get comfortable in speaking for yourself, you're gonna do this. You're gonna naturally cut it down, and so that's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. Anyways, going back to our subject marker here. I know I like to get off track a lot. uh, so yeah, host is just another version of like subject markers. But I will say also before we go any further, I did talk about object markers. Yeah, object markers. And so you'll find that these will look exactly like subject markers, except they're all nasal. So you got ya, ah, you got yama, ma, and you got ilapa and pa. So these are like the basic object markers. So of course this one means like a, an, or the, or whatever. And then yama, ma means that or those. La pa and pa means this or these. And so likewise, yut and ut had push. So likewise, this one has hum, hum. So it's still an object marker. And so I'll let you guys write this down real quick. But yeah, so if we use something like this, I would say something like Chata anupaya katiomichi hoshishachahina. So like the Choctaw language, how do you say it? So like basically you can translate that as like how do you say it in the Choctaw language? Chata anupaya katiomichi hoshishachahina. How can you say it in the Choctaw language? But also like these, I would say hatak yama imanompalili tok hatak yama, that man imanompalili tok, I talked to him. So he's the object. He's not the one that's doing anything. He's the one that's receiving the action. So that's what we call object markers. So like if I had this table, and so the word for to move something would be kanalachi, kanalachi. And so I would say aimpa ilapa kanalachili, because who's the one that's doing the action? Me. So I wouldn't say aimpa ilapat kanalachi, because then that would mean the table is moving it. So the table is moving something. And so we don't, that's why I just want to get that point. So right now, Aipa ilapa, this table, kanala chile, I am moving it. And so anytime you see object markers, you'll notice they'll have nasals. And so The object, again, is not the thing that's doing something, but the thing that's receiving something, receiving an action. An action is being done to that thing. And so I can also say, Ayimpa Yama, that table, Kanalichili took, I moved that table. I moved that table. And so that's what we do. And so going back to what we were talking about, Katahosh, this person is doing something, and that's we don't know who it is, so that's why we say kata. Katahosh impa. Who is eating? You got you guys remember what I said about answering your questions? Probably not. It's been 2 weeks. Hey. So anytime you have a question word, all you have to do, well, that's kind of different. So you just replace the question word with whoever it is. So if I wanted to say like Bob, so Bob just takes the place of kata, but we wouldn't say Bob Hush. It sounds weird. So we would say Babat. Babat impa. Yeah, Bob is eating. Yeah. Kata Hush impa. Who's eating? Babat impa. Babat impa. But the reason why I was showing you that, the subject markers and object markers, is because I remember I said it last week or the week before or both. I can't remember. But you also can say katahon, katahon, katahon. So this person is doing something. So katahon, who is eating? But now when we say katahon, we're asking who is receiving an action. So in this case, somebody else has to be doing an action to that person. So like if I said like you know I don't know, you went to somewhere I'm trying to think of something. Okay, yeah, like you went to like a gathering or something like that at Choctaw Nation, and you can say, "Guess who I just talked to?" And I'll say, ask you, "Katahon." Katahon ishimanopole. Yeah. Well, I guess I should have said, yeah. Katahosh Ishanopoli. So act like that's right there. Well, I guess I could do this. Boom, look at that. Technology. So Kataho Ishimanopalitok. Who did you talk to? Because who is not the one that's doing anything, right? They're the one that's receiving the action. So who's the one that's doing something in this sentence? You, 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 A. So uh when we say cut the horse, they're the one that's doing something. But when we say cut the home, they're the one that's receiving an action. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Yes? Not me, it means you. So, ish, the word you. Just because I point at you doesn't mean it means me. Hey. So ish, ish. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Uh, so ish, you talked to him, her, it. So M, remember, is the person that you're talking to. Because when you use talking to somebody, you always have to have that pronoun right there. M. So kataho ishimanopalitok. Who did you talk to? Who did you talk to? So that's kata. Kata. Now we went a little too deep with kata, and we're supposed to be going through these really quick. What about which one of the two? Hanale untoglo. Hey, you know what Hanale untoglo is? There you go, yeah. But Hanale untoglo is 6'7". It's that silly thing that the kids are doing. Hanale untoglo. Hey. I don't know why they do that. We're making jokes about it now. But yeah, Katimampo, sorry. Got a little off track. Katimampo. 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 It just means which one of the two. So if I had, like I said last time, these are exactly the same. I'll say Katimampo hochimanna. Which one do you want? Katimampo hochimanna. But there again, that one, I think you can also use hush with that because you notice I said Katimampo ho. Katimampo hochimanna. Which one do you want? So you are doing something again. But I could say Katimampo hosh chiko politok. Katimampo hosh chiyo chikopolitok. Sorry. So that means which one of the two bit you. So there again, Katimampohosh, that means which one of the two is doing something. Katimampohosh chikopolitok. So chikopoli. So kopoli means to bite. Kopoli, yeah. And obviously chi means you. Another way to say you. So Katimampohosh chikopolitok. Oops. Which one of the two bit you? Or which one bit you? Because let's say there's two dogs right there, and your kid's crying because one of them bit you or bit them, and you just ask them, Chiko which one of them bit you? And so that's how you would ask that. Okay? What else did we have? Who, what, when, why? How do we say why? Ah, yeah. Katimi ho espesa. Ross. Katimi ho espesa. Why are you looking at it? Yeah, so Katimi ho. Or you can say Katimi na. Katimi ho. Katimi na. And so this one too, it's gonna, you might hear it contracted also. And so if it's contracted, this one, I, I don't, I don't really hear this one contracted as much. Maybe other people have, but I haven't. But this one right here for sure does, and it gets contracted to Katina. Katina. Why? To me, every time I see nah, I kind of want to think of like, why not? But I don't know if that's correct or not. But for the most part, both of these just mean why. Why? Katimi ho uh, isa ano or amanong palichibanakyo. Katimi ho amanong palichibanakyo. Why don't you want to talk to me? Or Katimi ho nana anchupa chibanakyo. Why don't you want to buy me anything? Hey, you know what I'm saying? So Katimi ho ha sekali iksho isulabi. Hey. Okay. And I think let's see. Nanta kata katima katumi katimampo katimi ho uh nanta aina katimi or katomi is like what to do or to do something. So katohmi or katiohmi, sorry, my bad. Katiohmi, katiohmi. So like if I wanted to use this, I could say like that guy's going to do something tomorrow, and I would say uh, atagat nata katiomachi, katiomachi. What is he going to do? Or ikatimachi? Not what are we going to do? You say that too, but katiomi means to do, but also this one gets contracted also, and it says katimi. So that's where all like the words that have katimi come from. So we just kind of say nata ish katimi. What are you doing? Nata ish katimi. What are you doing? So if you're like messing with something, I'll say nata ish katimi. What are you doing? Or I'll come to your house. I'll say nata ish katimi. What are you doing? You can say that, or you can say nata hashkatimi. What are y'all doing? Somebody comes in, they don't have no idea what we're doing in here. They might say, nata hashkatimi. What are y'all doing? Tata anompa ilikana. We're learning Choctaw. Okay. So I think there was 8, 9. Who, what, when, why, where, how much, which one, what to do or to do. I think that's it. Was that it? Yeah, we did that one. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. So for now, I think I asked some of you to see if you guys come up with questions. If you guys want to, while they're doing theirs, you guys can come up with some kind of question or something like that. So you guys can that you want to learn how to say, how something you want to learn how to ask. And so, you guys have any questions uh, that you came up with? I know you said you had one. Yeah, like my whole thing was like, if you wanted to say something but you didn't know how to say it, just write it down and then we can go over it. So, what did you have anyway? Did y'all have any? Okay. What time will we leave? Okay. So we can say time. of course. Hashi Hashikanali. So Hashikanali means, in modern terms, means time, because back then, how did they uh, know what time it was? They didn't have clocks back then. Yeah, by the sun. So this is basically sun, and then to move or movement. So basically, the movement of the sun is what we say for time. So Hashi Kanale, movement of the sun. And so that's what we use for time. Okay. And then I don't know if you guys remember the little formula for questions, but it's like object, then you got question word, and uh, you got pronoun, I guess, person that's doing it, um, verb, and then tense if you need it, which you don't always need it. So object, question, pronoun, verb, and tense. Tense just means like future or past tense, like achi or tok. So hashikanali, what was your question? What time are we leaving? Okay, will we leave? Okay, so if we wanted to say we are leaving, you could say, or there's two ways you can say it. This one's like the literal way. We will leave. Ikaniachi. We will leave. But like a lot of times, you could also just say this. Iliachi, we are gonna go. So when you ask what time are we gonna go, a lot of times you could say Iliachi, Iliachi. But like with this formula, we need to figure out how we're gonna put it all together. So the object, what's our object? Time. Yeah, time. So we would say, uh, let me try to move this real quick. So I'm gonna make this smaller. I hope you guys still can see it. Okay, so our object is time. So Ashi Anale. Okay, now we need what? Question word. So what's the question word? Nanta, yeah. Nanta. And then the pronoun, which is we. So either you're gonna use, if you want to use ikania or ilia, it depends on which one you want to use. So if we want to say we are leaving, then we can say pronoun, e, verb, kania, and then tense, chi. Oh, it's a question. So that's how you would ask the question. Hashi kanalinata I kaniyachi. Hashi kanalinata I kaniyachi. What time are we leaving? Or what time will we leave? What time are we going to leave, basically? So you can also do that with Elia, which I said is probably the more common way, I guess. And so you could also say, Ashikanalinata Iliachi. What time are we going to go? What time are we going to go? So, Ashikanalinata Ikaniachi. So this little formula thing works for most questions, which I think is, I came up with it like 2 weeks ago when we first did it. I was like, hey, that actually works. And so And I say most verbs or most question words because I think there was like a couple that didn't fit the what you call it formula. And sometimes I hate when people say, "Oh, there's a formula to this. There's a formula to this," because I hate math. And so every time I hear formula, oh boy, here we go. But like that's the only word I can figure out how to say. I guess like there's a structure of a question. I guess I could say, but basically that's how it is. So hachi kanali nata ikaniachi. So there you go. What time are we going, or what time are we leaving? And so you could say that. So next time you're going somewhere, ask that question. What time are we going? And then like here, I guess you could also say like someone's new or someone I don't know. They might say, "Hashi kanali nata ikaniachi sa hocha. What time are we leaving? I'm getting hungry. I'm starting to get hungry." And so, anyways, that's a good one. All you guys can use that one. It's a very good question. Does anybody else have another question? Twyla, did you figure out yours? Iocho. Mihaksidogo. You just said Coal Creek. Ayatanaha. Ayatanaha. So what was your sentence? What in English? What was you trying to say? Oh, okay. So it's not a question; it's a statement. Long time ago, my grandfather sang at Coal Creek Church. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, that's fine too. So Hupaki. Hupaki. Does anybody know what Hupaki means other than Twyla? Long, like long. Yeah, yeah. Long ago, long time, long ago, or something like that, or far. It could also mean far. And so, like, if somebody was running, I could use that too. I'll say, uh, "Hupaki katomi, Hupaki katomi, ishbalili took." How far did you run? So, anyways, so Hupaki. Then we have to have like a time reference thing. So Kosh, anytime you use Kosh, it's always in reference to the past. So Hupaki Kosh, or some people might say Hupaki Yash. So either way would be fine too. Hupaki Kosh, Hupaki Yash. Uh, my grandfather sang at Coal Creek Church. Okay. So Hupaki Kosh, and you would say Ah Mafu. Then we need a subject marker. Yet, Amafu yet, and then from here we need the object. So I'll just put CC. Hey, Coal Creek Ayatanaha, or you can say Coal Creek Church. A lot of times they won't mix. Choctaw speakers probably won't mix Choctaw and English on something like that. So they'll say either say like Ayatanaha by itself, or they'll just say Coal Creek Church. So Hopakagash Amafu yet, my grandfather, Coal Creek Church, and then Ataloa. Let me me write it down here. Ah, aloha, book. Okay. So why do we add the A? He asked. So everybody, what's our word for to sing? Taloa. So in this instance, why do we put a taloa? Does anybody know? Because when we say taloa by itself, it just means to sing. So like Hupakikash Amafu yet Concrete Church taloa took. That means my grandfather sang Concrete Church. But we need that little thing, my grandfather sang at Concrete Church. And so that's basically what the A is doing. It makes it a place where they did it. And so Ataloa took, so Amafu yat Kokri Ayatanaha Ataloa took. My grandfather sang at Kokri Church. And so you need that Ataloa. Ataloa. Same thing with Impa. Like if someone is going to eat, we wouldn't do impa, but like even when you try to say that, what do you hear? Impa, impa. And so instead of saying by itself, impa, impa. So impa just means to eat, generally. But then impa means to eat at, or it could mean a place of eating, place where you eat. Because what did I call this? Aimpa. This is Aimpa because this is where you eat at. A lot of people eat at a table, and so you eat at this, and so this is a place of eating. And so you can also say like McDonald's, Aim Pali Tok, Aim Pali Tok, I ate at McDonald's. Because if you say McDonald's, Aim Pali Tok, it's almost, and it wouldn't be correct because we would have to use apa, but in that sense, it's almost like saying you're eating McDonald's. And a lot of times you'd probably think about the structure of the building. I'm eating McDonald's. So instead of saying that, you say, I ate at McDonald's. So say at or in, you use AI, or when it's a vowel, and you use a when it's a consonant. And so biggest one is people say, did you get that written down, that sentence? Okay. Here's something you guys can say. You guys can say, Fatima ish Aishi tok. Fatima ish Aishi tok. So does anybody know what Ishi is? Ishi means to get, yeah, or to grasp. So I think some translations have it as grasp, but in this sense, it's like to get. And so, what am I asking here? So if ishi means to get, and we just learned that AI means at or in, what am I asking? Katemma ishaishi tok. What's one word you're missing? That's correct. Where did you get it? At. Where did you get it at? Where'd you get it at? And so, yeah, you could say that. But also, you can say the same thing and you can switch out the verb with, oop, katimma ish a chompatok. Katimma ish a chompatok. So, does anybody know what chompa means? To buy. So, if I said katimma ish a chompatok, what am I asking? Where did you buy it at? Yeah, where did you buy it at? Chi sholos katimma ish a chompatok. Where did you buy your shoes? Or I'll say, like, if you had a water bottle and I was thirsty, I would say, Oka katimma ish aishi took. Where'd you get the water at? Chin shukcha katimma ish achon patok. Where did you buy your purse at? And so the thing is, it still has that formula, right? Question marker, pronoun, verb, and tense. And so if we wanted to ask you, where'd you get your cheeseburger at? Cheeseburger katimma ish achon patok. Where would we put the cheeseburger at? If we're asking the question, where did you get the cheeseburger at? Where would the word cheeseburger go? What does our formula say? You go in front of the question word. So I would say cheeseburger katimma ish achon patuk. Where did you buy the cheeseburger at? Because anato cheeseburger apa sabanna. I want to eat a cheeseburger. So the formula still works. So object, question word, pronoun, verb, and tense if needed. So that's what I mean. If you guys develop questions like this, remember this formula and it might help. The object that you're talking about goes in front. And you got your question word, pronoun, verb, and then tense. So this helps out a lot. Ross, did you have one question? Keo, did y'all come up with one? Just any kind of question. Where did you get that? How do you do that? Let's see. How do you do that? That one's tough. Let's see. I guess the context would have to help. How do you do that? I think there's different ways you can say it. Like Katio Michi Hosh um uh Ish Ata, I guess. But that's kind of like saying like how do you mess with it or something like that. I think this one's weird because it actually needs like context with it. So like how do you do it? I don't know, like if someone's like how do you cook banaha or something like that? That'd probably help. So of course I put banaha up here. This is probably the realm of like what I don't know. And so banaha katiomichi hoshish ikbi. How do you make banaha? Or you can say how do you say Choctaw him 21 katiomichi hosh ish taloa. how do you sing Choctaw Hymn 21? So you could say like it like I think a lot of times you with this you gotta have like the context with it. And so like how do you write this? How do you sing this song? How do you cook this food? How do you say this? You know, it's I think a lot of times you might need to say what the action is in order to get the point across. I I might have to ask because oh wait, hold on. I think you could say Katio Michi Osh Ishyomi. Yeah, I think that's how you would say it. Katio Michi Hosh Ishyomi. How do you do it? There you go. It just took me a minute. Because yomi is like the way of doing something. And so that's probably how he would ask that. Katio Michi Hosh Ishyomi. How do you do it? Like raising kids, I guess. Katio Michi Hosh Ishyomi. How do you do it? So yeah. Ha Yohmi just means like the way things are done, or the way it's done, or the way you do it, or something like that. The way of doing, or just doing something kind of. Uh, so like a good example of trying to use this would be like someone says, you know, whenever I don't know, whenever I go to the stop sign, I make sure to do a complete stop. And I could say something like, Mako, Mako yung mili, Mako yung mili. So if you were telling me, oh, every time I go to the stop sign, I make sure to do a complete stop and then I go. And if I was trying to say the same thing to you, I would just say, Mako yung mili. That's what I do. That's what I do. So yumi, to do something, or the way of doing something, the way it's done, or something like that. So mago yumili, that's what I do. So you know how people say it is what it is. Sometimes I might say, well, I would say it like, "Oop, ani mik ma, ani mik ma yumi, ani mik ma yumi." That's what happens. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Kanimig ma means sometimes. But what does this look like? Looks like one of our question words, right? Katimigma. But this one's with the N. Kanimigma. So now Katimi with the T is a question, but when it's with the N, it becomes a statement. Sometimes Kanimigma yumi, or sometimes I might say Mako yumi. Kanimigma Mako yumi. Sometimes that happens, you know. So the way of doing things, how it's done, uh, to do something. That's what yomi kind of means in that way. And I say one thing I guess will help you kind of remember the way of doing things. Is like, you know, they say like back then we used to write letters to people, and then we put it in the mail and it gets sent or whatever. But now we can send text messages, and so that's basically our form of mail. But if you wanted to say sending letters and stuff like that, that's what they used to do. You could say, Ugla yumi bika tuk. Ugla yumi bika tuk. So Ugla can mean people, or in Oklahoma's case, it could be nation sometimes. But if there's no subject marker here, then Ugla is used as they. So Ugla yumi bika tuk, that's what they used to do. So, sending letters by mail, writing out letters and stuff like that. Ugla yumi bika tuk, that's what they used to do. So to do something, and bika just means used to or usually. It could be either one. But in this case, when you got tuk, not took, so there's a difference between took and tuk. So took is like the recent past. Tuk is more of like the distant past. So back in my grandpa's time, I'd probably say tuk, tuk. So you kind of like almost emphasize that O a little bit. Tuk. But this one's tuk, tuk. So Ugla Yumi Bika tuk, that's what they used to do. Or, if I was talking about my grandpa, I'd say, I'm awful yet abanong pishi atok chata taloa mecha chata uh, holeso holitopa ugla imabachi bikat tok. And so my grandfather sang Choctaw hymns, and he also taught people uh, from the Choctaw Bible or something like that. So that's what he used to do. So amafo yet mago yomi bikat tok. That's what he used to do. So, anyways, does anybody do you have another question? Does anybody have any other questions? Did you have one? When is your birthday? Think. See, sometimes we can say chima fami. So chima fami could mean like your birthday, and so, but it actually just means your year, the year that belongs to you, or something like that. Your year. Chimi chima fami yet. How would you ask that? Chima fami yet. Katima. That's a really good question, actually. Uh, oh, yeah, yeah. You can say that too. Afami nituk, if you want to. Uh, Timig ma chimafami. I guess you could technically say Katimig ma chimafami nituk. That. I feel like that's how I would say it. Chimafami at nata, or chimafami nituk at nata. What is your birthday? Rather than when is it? Because I don't think a lot of people say that. Katimig ma, or I would say nitak nataho chimafami nitak. But that sounds weird. It sounds weird to say that. Because like I guess like back then they didn't ask that question. Like, when is your birthday? Uh Chimafami nitagat nata. Yeah, that just sounds so much better to me. Let's say it like that. Chimafami nitagat nata. What is your birthday? Hey. It's cheetah na. Hey. Chimafami nitagat nata. I think that's how I would say it, but of course that's more of like a English thing or whatever, but I guess that's how you would say it. All right. Yeah. So, any other questions that you guys want to know? Like katiming ma ano pala this is sachi. When are you gonna stop talking? Hey. Yeah. Yeah, because we're 2 minutes over, so huh? I think as yeah, I think as the 18th. Yeah, the 18th. So not next week. We'll meet next week also, but the week after will be our last week. So two more sessions for this for till the end of, till summer ends, and then we'll pick it back up. So I have you guys' phone numbers on my thing, and so I'll make sure to text you guys whenever August or I guess after Labor Day, really when Labor Day happens. I'll make sure to contact you guys and let you know that you guys are probably going to have like one session, and I'm going to try to have like another beginner section. So, I mean, if you guys want to do the beginner section again, you can do that too. But does anybody? Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I guess that'll be it. Um, ah, magalla, magalla. Umi, next week ma hachpin sa lachigi. Umi. Umi ya hachpin sa lachigi. Next week ma.